when your friend buys one of those laser cutting machines and ends up making a beautiful clock for yourself. Yeah, it's quite special. So guys, today on the workbench I've received the latest addition to the Vintage Classic range from Airfix. This is the DHC Beaver. And have you ever built this kit in previous guises? Why don't you leave a comment below and tell me how you got on back then? It was designed to operate in the vast expanses of the Canadian North and was able to fly into areas where other aircraft could not go. Described as the safest aircraft ever built, the Beaver was also used by Britain's Army Air Corps, who operated 46 of these magnificent aircraft. And do you know what? For 1:72 scale kit, it's got 91 pieces, so it's a bit of a build, this, for a Vintage Classic. First appearing in the Airfix catalogue, or in the Airfix range I should say, back in 1971. It was released 4 times during the period of the 70s. Then it took a hiatus for about 8 years and then was released again with the photographic kind of boxes they did back in the day, about 1987. It was then another 20 years before that was reboxed again by Airfix back in 2006. And then they made the decision in this year to bring it out and release it into the Vintage Classic range. Box art obviously is going to be Roy Cross. It is it's a lovely picture. There's not a lot going on. It's not like in a dogfight or anything, is it? Because I don't think it was relatively used for dogfights. But Vintage Classic, vintage box art, what a perfect way to bring back a Vintage Classic. It's 1/72 scale, obviously, as I've said. And the code for this is A03017V. So if you want to buy it, I'll leave a link in the description box below so you can see. All right? So you can order your own. And I think Airfix have got plenty in stock. Side of the box, you've got the lingo-lango, you know, all different languages basically saying warning, warning, warning. As it says in the model design and tooling was 71, the design was 71, the pack in the illustration, and this design is 2022, so released this year. Side of the box, you've got the same box art. Side of that box, same box art. Let's just bring the camera in close here. There you go. So it comes with 2 schemes. Now, it comes with the Havilland Canada DHC Beaver, which is the Army Air Corps, which was based in Hampshire. Or you could do the Havilland Canada DHC 2/U6A Beaver. And this one has floats. So you have the opportunity, if this is the first time you've ever built one, to do a float plane. Ingenious. So if you want to build a float plane, this is buy this kit. I'll just zoom the camera back out again. There you go. Flying Hours 1 obviously is a skill level 1 with 91 bits. So, you know, it's quite a bit of a mammoth build, this, I reckon, for 172. But yeah, let's just get inside the box, shall we, and have a look. It is a top opening box, so nothing to see there. It comes with 1 bag of, quite a lot of sprues, 1 instruction manual, and hopefully if we look inside, we will see quite a lot of stencils. So they've gone all in. I don't think the original release would have had all this, but fair play to them. They've added a lot of stencils in this one, so you can see, look at that nice crisp. Obviously, Cartograf again, because that's one of the best decisions Airfix have ever done, is to have bloody good decals. There's nothing worse than shite decals, isn't there? Thick, horrible things. So yeah, there you go. Some nice little marks there. Really well presented from the lads from Cartograf. So, instruction manual. Or should I say sheet. Let's hope they've... oh, look at that for a call out. Unfortunately, it's still Vintage Classic. Vintage vintage instructions, because it's all exploded view. So, you know, it's basically, you know, it's not, you know, connect the knee bone to the shin bone, to the shin bone, to the ankle bone. And it's not in stages. You basically here, you can see you've got 15 odd parts there, all in one section. And you're just going to have to work it. They kind of just show you roughly where it all goes. And just basically follow the lines. You know, there's not in any particular order. You just got to follow where the parts go using the arrows and paint. And I don't really notice that they do actually colour the brushes now with the paint. So if you know it's a black, you know, it's going to be a black. It's more like a tan there. So yeah, so it basically follows go. So you're putting all the cockpit together, which has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seats in it, which is nice. A little bit of cockpit detail in this one. And then you attach the like the tub there with the pilot and everything into the side of the fuselage, and then add all the glasswork, put the fuselage together, and then add on the top of the fuselage as well. So it's like a rounded piece. Whack it all together, put the doors in. You got a choice there. Add on the extra bits onto the wings. It's a 3-piece wings, obviously. Then you put the engine together with the propeller, and then that goes inside the nacelle. That goes onto the front a little bit. I think there's some sort of exhaust there, etc., and some air intakes goes on. Got choice of floats on this one, or you've got choice of wheels. And then basically put all that together. Top of the there's some glasswork there. Top of the fuselage goes in, and you're basically done. And then here's your call outs. Some nice schemes here. That is the British Army version, and this is the version with the floats. To be fair, pretty good. Just matte olive drab, really, and away you go. Matte yellow for the propeller, obviously. Matte black for the props. A little bit of silver involved somewhere. Can't see where that is, where the silver is. Oh yeah, the exhaust. A little bit of red to go around the floats. And you're pretty much done. So yeah, that's really good. So, you know, this could be interesting for you. So let's have a look inside the bag. So, straight through. Let's take it out. Now, okay, let's have a look. So, there's a wing section there. Yeah, it's all raised detail, obviously, because it's a vintage classic. But not a lot of flash on this part here, just a little bit of a tiny rub down on here. Let's take this, a little bit, look at that. Right, I see now. Okay, so that's come off, unfortunately, but it's still there. Okay, it's still there. Is that actually snapped right off? See, I don't know if that's actually snapped. I think I might be able to get away with that. Let's have a look. It might be... Let's have a look how much thickness you need. Yeah, I might get away with that. It has snapped off, unfortunately, but, you know. A little bit of flash around the wheels. The floor of the cockpit, it doesn't look too bad. A little bit of dash. There's a little bit of detail there for the dash. A little bit of cleanup required, but not a lot for this one. There's the first sprue. Second sprue, which has got the bit broken off as part of the fuselage there. Raised details, so lots of rivet lines there to have fun with. Yeah, not looking too bad on that. I'm a bit unsure about this, though, whether it's cut right or not. Anyway, well, when I build it, I'll let you know. So there's that piece done there. Next part. So always, basically, it looks like it was molded like this, and then they just fold it up to put it in the box. That's quite a nice idea. Some detail there on the engine, you know, on the flaps there. Some on the door. There's not a lot of cleanup for this one for, was it 70? So it's a 50-year-old kit, 52-year-old kit now, 51-year-old kit. That's all come apart now. But yeah, that's, it's not bad. Not bad at all. I think you're going to have fun building this one. And then again, the fuselage on that was just to double check, make sure. So a little bit of detail, all on the outside, not a lot inside, but just places where, you know, it's easy to fit the tub and everything. So you've got some locating pins, etc. But yeah, and look at the engine. There's some detail on the engine. So I don't think that looks too bad, to be honest. As I said, that little piece, where's that piece that's, there he is. I'm going to put that back in the, put it straight back in the bag, because I'm a bit concerned I'll lose that piece, because you know, the carpet monster is always lurking. Yeah, so we'll put that back in its bag. And then we go for the clear parts. And, ooh, yeah, you're going to have some fun with these, trying to mask these up, I reckon. But that's, you know, there's no, yeah, you don't see a lot of flash on clear plastic though, do you, to be fair? But that's not looking too bad at all, really. Not looking too bad at all. Yep, so there you go. There's the clear part. That was the de Havilland Canada Beaver, the DHC Beaver, the new addition to the Airfix Vintage Classic range. And we love them. I love them. And I'll tell you the reason why I love them is because I never got to build them the first time round. So now I've got the opportunity to be able to curse and swear like my grandfather used to do. It's great. I love it. I love it. So if you like the video, click like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, ring that bell, select all to be notified when I release a new video. If you'd like to become a channel member from £1.99 a month and get your name on all of my videos, please click join below, like these folks that are on the screen now have done. Leave me your comments. I do respond, whether it's a like or a heart and even a comment. I love to know what your thoughts are on this kit. Have you ever built a float plane before? Could this be your first float plane? Let me know in the comments. And if you've not seen my latest video, I'll link it here, and I'll link a playlist to my model builds here.